Hello everyone, my name is Relax and Panic, and this is a reaction to a new series. It is Madoka Magica, episode 1. I have no clue about this series, so this is a complete blind one for me. It was voted by my patrons, and so I just jumped in and I'm giving it a try right now. So, for those of you who have seen reactions of mine before, you know what to do. For the others, for those who are new to the channel, welcome as a first thing. Second, this is my video to talk about this episode. My reaction you can find in the descriptions down. There is a link to my Google Drive, and you just replace the circumflex dot parts with real dots. And then you can find the video, see my reaction, and then come back and hear what I thought about it, because I just finished it. So, see you soon. For those of you who have come back, welcome back. So, interesting once again. Let's get the elephant out of the porcelain first. This feels a lot like Sailor Moon. This Sailor Moon was neither one of the first animated series I've seen. I mean, there were others before, but Japanese style, you know? Strangely as it is, most people of my generation, and I'm talking about males, who were boys right then, although this seemed to have been a series for girls, at least when I think about my friends, everyone watched Sailor Moon, strangely enough. So that is something we still talk about and can even partially say the spells they used when they transformed and stuff like that. But it's quite a while ago still. Yes, I'm pretty old. So this gives me vibes, especially because it's once again girls, you know, in school uniforms, turning, in the case of the one we've seen, with some kind here like a bell, there was like crystals and stuff, into magical girls and changing their outfit. And the fact that it has like a real music at the moment, and you hear like magic in the air, and you see the transformation, and they even like tilt their head in this special way of, ha, I'm so beauty, I'm so pretty. There was a lot like it. So, but it's okay. As far as I know, there seems to be like a whole genre of those kind of series where mainly girls turn into magical versions of themselves to defend the world against the evil that is outside, which for me is a nice idea and I like very much. I mean, it's a cool thing. Whatnot about thinking I'm sorry, that this world has like two layers. The layer that we live in, that we see, and another layer that we, the normal people, do not realize, do not see. I mean, there might be stuff out there that we are not aware of, especially, you know, when you think about religion, the Japanese think about spirits and things alike that are living in the river, in the trees, and so on, that they don't see. In Norse mythology, we had dwarves, and in the Celtic, I think it was. So the Irish, as example, they have stuff like that as well. So it's working. Even here, we had like small people who come into your house and help you with your work if you're nice, and stuff like that. So the idea is not a new one. It's more neither a very old one. People trying to tell themselves why things happen that they can't understand, you know, and then it is magic, or it is small persons, or it is ghosts, or whatever else. So that's where it's going. The intro was very interesting. I liked that a lot, and I'm not talking about the intro. I'm talking about the first minutes, where Madoka was dreaming. So she was in a dream, as we now know. And my first vibe was, all black and white. This looks like a chess game. And chess games and other worlds always remembers me of No Game No Life. So I was like, oh, okay. Let's see. It was very well done. I liked the animation in the start, especially this black and white. When she opened the door, the exit, which was standing out. And then later there was like a shadowed version of Tokyo, a shadowed version, I guess it is Tokyo, or a shadowed version of the city, however, with the skyscraper being destroyed, everything in ruins, but while being so floating. So it was clear that it is not completely like real. It could have been, over exaggerated, shown a bit more extreme, but it showed that there's something not right. And then there was this other girl fighting against something that we could not really see. So there was like a shadowy scheme hanging on the sky. I was not really sure what it is at the beginning. I think it may be like a butterfly now, because we had a little bit of butterflies, but the upper wings were way larger than the lower ones. It was a strange looking thing. So on first view and on second view, I cannot really say what that is. Maybe we will learn later on. By having seen a little bit now, having finished the first episode, maybe it was a witch, possibly, hanging in the air, very large in this case, or something that represents her, whatever the witch is. I guess there are more than one witch. So the girl we have seen fighting was, because I wrote down names, I learned from the past. Let me see, Akami Homura, I think it is. Saotome. I am not sure. So, but I think it was her. And she is already a magical girl, it seems, but very... I think she's somewhere between depressed and dissatisfied, even enemy to being a magical girl. So to me at the moment it seems a lot like she wants to get out of it, or... Yeah, well, she wants to kill a Kyubey, which we know now is a cat. Well, however, in the dream, there was already the offer to Madoka to become a magical girl. So, like, she was watching the fall of the other one, the failure, the fact that she didn't do it, however. And Kyubey said something like that she chose to do it on her own. I'm not completely sure what was going on there, but I think this is one of the plots right now. Getting aware of how to hopefully help Akemi of getting rid of her problems. So let's see. Nakazaki-kun? Saotome. Ah, no, Saotome, sorry. Saotome is the teacher, I think. No, Kazuko is the teacher. Too many names, too confusing, really. I wrote it all down, but I will need some time to get through that. However, she woke up from a dream, and it was a dream, was it? With a lot of stuffed animals in her bed, so little girl scheme there. And we've seen a little bit of a family, which is nice. So most series, when they start, they tend to skip like background information very often because they want to get to the plot fast. They want to get to the main thing. But here we had a little bit about the background of Madoka, which is very nice for me because it tells us a lot about who she is by seeing where she came from. So she has a loving family, which is a nice thing. She has a nice dad who's making breakfast in the kitchen while mom is sleeping long. So mom is someone, I'm not sure, I guess she seems to be a kind of successful person, or at least someone who very, very much cares about looking adequate. Not especially like looking hot, more about like looking well, looking good, but looking adequate to her position. So she's not one like wanting to win in life by being the hottest one, but she wants to be looking good and being respected, I guess. And she definitely loves her daughter. I like the scene that they were in the bathroom together. That's a really nice touch because it shows there's a connection between mother and daughter there. In front of the mirror together, making the makeup, freshening up in the morning, getting ready to leave together. That's a really nice thing. And her little brother is he's not really annoying, he's just the age, you know. So he was not able to wake up mom, but that's why he has a big sister. The both girls left the house, the both boys stayed at home. I'm not sure if the father is a stay-at-home guy. It may be. Some can do if you have enough money earned or put back. It might be that he's staying at home to care about the boy instead of his wife. But it might as well be that he just leaves later, you know? Possible it is, so that the little boy goes to like a kindergarten or something and the father goes to work as well. We don't know yet. But it gave us a background, so they are not a wealthy family, but they are well positioned. And there, at least at the moment, seem to be no problems inside the family. So that's a strong foundation that Madoka is based on. So she's pretty happy with what she has. Which brings us to the thing that was said to her about making sure that she is not accepting any change if she wants to keep it that way. So seeing how I think still it is Akemi is behaving. Yes, it is Akemi. Now I got it. I think in the past Akemi accepted this contract to become a magical girl, and by now realized that the cost for it was higher than she expected. So possibly a lot went down due to it in her past and in her present. The question now is what she's trying. Is she trying to kill Kyubei to get out of the contract, to be back into normal, or if this is even possible, or is she trying to do it due to you know, like hate, so that she's like, you brought me here, you didn't tell me before, you lied to me, I will kill you for that. Because that's however both positions show there's a very dark side right now. What is strange to me is that the blonde one, Mami, is not acting against it, really. I'm not sure there. So it might be a third option that Akemi is like taken over by the witch. You know, we've seen her fall in the dream, so maybe there is like a plant of darkness seeded in her. All options we will learn in the future, I guess. So, however, Madoka has two friends, and I got neither of the names. So that makes us a little bit complicated. I am aware that in the end of the episode, the name of the blue-haired one, which will get a contract, it seems, as well. There we are, Mercury, right? Was named, but exactly in the moment when it was on screen, I looked down. Because I'm stupid, and I write down notes. I'm sorry. I think I will find it out, I'm sure. The other one, where the hair color seems to change a little bit between a slight green and brownish yellow thing, the one on the screen here, wasn't named unless it is Hitomi, which might be, but I'm not sure. She was not ever directly spoken to. So because Hitomi was mentioned to receive love letters a lot. And being good looking, I mean, it might be her, so we will learn. Then we had the teacher, where once again, background stories, interesting. We will see if this binds into a story somewhere, or if it is just background stuff. If it would be just background stuff, I really like it, because it enriches the world. So the teacher Kazuko, and I think her last name is Saotome, I wrote it down in the wrong place, was in a relationship, or a start of a relationship, which was like 3 months now, and it's over. Because of cooking, it seems. And she's upset and lets it out in class, okay? I'm sorry for her. I'm pretty sure she will find someone too. Well, back to Akemi, when she came to class. So she, on the first hand, looks like Miss Perfect. And the meaning of she's very beautiful. She's incredibly good at sports. She's really good at math. Seems to be well educated and everything, you know. So on the first hand, she's like Miss Perfect. But as soon as she opens her mouth, or if you try to get to socialize with her, you realize this brooding, not saying darkness, but she's very drawn back. She wants to be on herself very much. She's not empathic. She is not willing to play with the others. So she's very solo right now. I think this might be a very important theme here. So she, if I remember that, chose to do it on herself. While I think what will stand out here in case of Madoka, hopefully, is the fact that she has friends. And right now there will be 2 of them joining in, I guess, on this magical ride. So I kind of guess there will be more. And that will give a little bit more strength, because if you have like a burden, like everything is different than everyone else knows, and I cannot tell, then it's good to have at least some people you can talk about, with about it, you know. So then they, the 2 of those here in the picture, went to the CD store of Kamiju, and this is where she once again heard the cat, Kyubei. I'm not sure what Kyubei is correctly, but on first view it looks like cat, fox, weasel thing with golden stuff. So she heard him, it again, to rescue it, because it was followed. I am not 100% sure if it was shot by Akemi or if it was shot by the witch, because this one was nearby as well. So both could be true. And when she came in, she found it falling from the ceiling, out of one of those, you know, things there. Catched it, and that's when Akemi appeared and told her to let it go, and she said, oh, she wants to save it. And this is where I'm not sure now. So Akemi appears. There is never a clear statement that she wants to kill it. There is a statement, don't save it, which might be relating to you don't want to become a magical girl. Don't touch it, don't save it, don't speak with it. So we have 2 options here, what really happened. Number 1, it is Akemi who tries to kill Kyubei. And Madoka is stopping and helping Kyubei instead. Number 1. That's why she acted as she did. Number 2. The witch tried to kill Kyubei, or one of her minions, or whatever is in the background that is a huge evil we don't know yet. Kyubei ran away. Akemi just arrived at the scene and saw Madoka catching Kyubei, and jumped in because she wanted to make sure that Madoka is not becoming a magical girl, to make sure she will never have the problems that she, Akemi, had now, or has now. And that's why she said, don't help it, don't rescue it, don't talk to it, you know, like that. So those might be 2 options, and depending on which one is right, it's a complete different in what we have to expect from Akemi. Because if it is the second, she was even trying to help. Which brings us to the best moment in the episode. Fire extinguisher. You cannot see that coming. That was a nice one. And it shows you a lot about the friend that Madoka has here. So her friend jumped in and sprayed Akemi with a fire extinguisher. Brought her out of the scene by doing so. She's active in this moment. She does something. And that's a lot. So she stood up for her friend. And then they ran away. And then those strange butterflies appears. And this is where it gets strange and creepy, but cool as well. Because it shows you that there's like this hidden layer, the second world, the unknown magic. And it is not like very often, you know, fireballs and lightnings and a little bit of blurry stuff or fog. No, that was a really cool idea of bringing in with strange butterflies like drawn into the sky, puffy clouds with mustaches, scissors running around, and so that it felt a lot like Alice in Wonderland, you know, the Mad Hatter and the grinning cat and stuff like that felt a lot like this. Like you licked onto strange mushrooms and your brain is doing strange stuff. So it might be illusions as well, but it's unique. It's a different thing, and I like it. So it shows you something is really wrong. Something is really different. If I understood it correctly, that was an attack by the witch. Or a try of an attack by the witch. And then another girl jumps in, who we now know as Mami. It might be just a reference to like Mommy from Kyubey, but for now I will have to take it as a name. So she had a golden bell, a small one, and she came in and helped the girls, healed Kyubey, and even got rid of the witch for now, did not follow her. And she did the first transformation we've seen, so once again Sailor Moon. And she did a very cool, I think, like ultimate effect. She has those massive amount of guns shooting. That was really nice. And then Kyubey offered the girls to become magical girls. But there was one thing before. So, the witch escaped, was driven away by Mami. And she said, I will not follow the witch for now. I will leave it to you, Akemi. And this is the point again. You remember the two options I mentioned in the beginning. Either Akemi tried to kill Kyubey, or it was the witch. This points for me as though the witch tried, and as though Akemi is still at the side of Kyubey, but just not liking it, you know? So, if this would be true, we would have our 4 girls here by now, because I've seen in the intro there was something like quartet, and this means 4. Possible. We will see. We will see. So, there was a lot to analyze. I'm sorry. So right now, interesting. A lot of stuff in it. Really cool concepts. I like the idea, as I said, of the illusions, of the effects that possibly the witch here has. I like the intro and outro songs. They're nice so far. Very calm, but have a deeper meaning there. And I liked a lot the fact when Akemi was walking in the school together with Madoka, there was this bells ringing in the background, like slight music, slight sounds. This gave this this part of this episode a very special vibe. So there's someone really clever with sound design working right now. This seems to be really good. So I'm looking forward to the next episode. I think this is it for now. As always, you know how it is. If you want to see my next reaction, you can already go over to my Patreon. It is up there. Please like, please comment. I think you might want to comment a little bit. And if you haven't done already, please subscribe to my channel. So, this is it for this time. I hope you enjoyed. I did. My name is Relax and Panic. Goodbye and out.